Welcome to Check 6 Training's Ask the Instructor. I'm Scott Jens, owner of Check 6 Training and a certified firearms instructor for more than 22 years. Before retiring from law enforcement, my area of expertise was special operations, and I was also a core instructor for the department. In this edition of Check 6 Training's Ask the Instructor, this question comes from a young man who is currently a senior in high school, and he actually asked the question about 2 months ago. His question was, will my backpack afford me any protection if there's an active shooter situation in my high school? Well, the reason we've taken 2 months to do this video is because we've been doing some ballistic testing. We measured his backpack and it was roughly 9.5 inches thick. So what we've done in the past is we have tested it books with 9mm handgun, 40 caliber handgun, and an AR-15. I'll give you those results now. The 9mm handgun penetrated approximately 2.5 inches, so there would have been an additional 6.5 inches worth of material to keep him safe, to absorb that energy. The same with the 40 caliber Smith & Wesson. It penetrated approximately 2.5 inches, so again there would have been plenty of material to keep him safe and absorb that additional energy. With the AR-15, which many of you know is a high power rifle, that bullet travels at over 3,000 feet per second. In both of those tests, what we did was a double tap where there were 2 shots shot consecutively into the target, and in those tests the bullets traveled approximately 5.5 inches into those books. So they're much more powerful, more energy, but in the same note there would have been still an additional 2.5 to 3 inches, 4 inches of material to help absorb that energy. So yes, in those circumstances, your son's, your daughter's backpack filled with their textbooks could definitely help save their lives. Today's video we're doing with a shotgun, and part of this is to make sure that everybody understands that there are different types of guns out there. Also, we wanted to try to cover everything that there was and make it as complete as possible. Our hearts bleed for anybody that has been injured or killed because of a criminal. And that's the problem with any laws. We can render every law useless with one word, and that word is criminal. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to give you information that you can use to try to keep your son or your daughter safe. This is very dear to me because, like many of you, I have kids in school. I have a wife that is a teacher, and I was an SRO at a high school. So I know the dynamic and what goes on in essentially a small city and how hard it is to try to defend. One of the things that we have done is we have created a protocol to help high schools and other venues create additional defense plans for their students, their staff, and their patrons. Today what we're going to do is that one last test with a shotgun, and we're going to use a double-aught buck, which only has 8 pellets in it. They're approximately 30 caliber pellets. They'll be traveling in excess of 1,250 feet per second. So I'm going to step out of the picture just for a minute, grab the gun, grab my eyes, grab my ears, and we'll be right back. This is the actual 870 that I carried in the line of duty. We're going to do one double-aught buckshot. I'm going to load it now. Range is hot. Stand by. Gun is clear. As you can see, there was a lot of impact. Nothing hit this swinging plate, but it still made it move. Let's take a look at these books. As you can see, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That appears to be 2 that came in together. So there are 8 different 30 caliber bullets. Let's cut these books apart and see what we can see. see if there was any ballistic protection. The good news is, if you look at the back, there's no damage. So the shotgun did not penetrate. The shotgun did not even penetrate, amazingly enough, the very first book. So let's pull that apart. I'll drop these and we'll review. Again, there's 8 solid pellets as we open up the book. We have penetration. Here's one of the pellets, about 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch through the book. We still have pages tearing. Basically, I have pages tearing to the middle of the book. The entire penetration was this thick, approximately 1 inch. So, would this have helped your son or your daughter? Absolutely. If you would like training for us to come out to your venue, your school, we can teach the staff, the administrators, as well as the students how to be able to rapidly deploy their backpacks, transition from back to front, and how to move to cover in a safe manner. Again, these are just situations where we have tested certain numbers of bullets to try to give you information that you can use to try to keep your family safe when they're not with you. If you'd like our training, feel free to give us a call. My name is Scott Jens, 919-619-4061. As always, check 6 and stay safe.